in the chat. If this is the first time you're joining us, please type first timer in the chat. But if you're a regular attendee, meaning this is not your first time, just type regular in the chat. Regular. Type regular in the chat. But if you're joining us for the first time, please type first timer. I like to see my first timers and my regular attendees. Fantastic, fantastic. I see a lot of first timers on the call. Welcome, guys. So good to have you. So good to have you. Tonight's session promises to be very informative, very insightful, and I have one mission on this call tonight. My mission on this call tonight is to help as many people as possible get into tech. All right. I'm sure you've been hearing a lot of times that tech is the new blood money. I am happy to tell you that that assertion is not wrong. And a lot of people have used tech as a leveler, and we've been able to help a lot of people also transition. And we are looking to help as much as possible on the call tonight also transition. Fantastic. So I see a lot of first timers on the call. I am personally excited. All right, I'm personally excited. So let me start by sharing my screen. And once you can see my screen, please give me a thumbs up. As soon as you can see my screen, please give me a thumbs up. As soon as you can see that my screen has started sharing, please give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. So you guys can see my screen. So I'm going to share my slides. All right. I'm going to share my slides. And I also want to inform you, all right, this call is being recorded. All right. I can see Stanley typing thumbs up in the chat. All right. So what you want to do is you want to make use of your reaction icons. All right. You want to make use of your reaction icons. Although it's still fine if you want to text thumbs up in the chat. I mean, I love reading from you, so it's also totally fine. But for ease of use, for convenience, just use the icon that shows thumbs up and you are good to go. All right. So as I was saying, the session is recorded. All right. So in case your network fluctuates or for some reason you miss out on something that I said, not to worry, the session is being recorded and we are going to be sharing the recording of the session with you after the call. Also, the slide that I'm using to drive this session, I would also be sharing it with you after the call. How many of you would like to have my slides after the call? How many of you would like to have my slides after the call? Fantastic. Don't worry. I will be sharing the slides with you. All you need to do to get my slides and the recording of the session is to fill out the attendance form. All right. My colleague will be sharing an attendance form in the in-call messages. All right. She just shared it with us now. That is the attendance form. So just check the in-call messages. You'll see a link to the attendance form. Click on that link, fill out your details, and we would use that to share the recording of the session and also my slides. Guys, are we good to go? Are we good to go? Give me a thumbs up if we are good to go. Are we ready to go, guys? Are we ready? Let me know if you are ready. Let me know if you are ready. Amazing. So let's get right into the session. But before we talk about the business of the day, all right, before we talk about the business of the day, a little introduction about myself. My name is Ayobami Yusuf. I am a data analyst. I currently work as a data analytics consultant and also a Power BI developer. All right, I work for a leading global trade expansion consulting firm in the UK as a data analytics consultant. All right. I also work as a Power BI developer for a top uh, production company. All right. And also, I work as head of training here at Nebiant Analytics. All right. And in my years in the tech and IT space, I've helped hundreds of Africans. I'm very passionate about community. I'm very passionate about helping people. I'm very passionate about giving back. And this has led me to train and mentor hundreds of Africans. And this has helped them to make the switch into tech. But guys, guess what? You would think that with all this profile that I started my career in tech. No, I did not. All right. I did not start my career in tech. All right. I transitioned from tech. So this is to show you that it is very possible. Regardless of what you're currently doing right now, it is possible for you to make the switch into tech if that is what you're interested in. Guys, if you believe, because it starts from the mind, and it's one of the things we are going to talk about. It starts from the mindset. So, right now, if you believe that it is possible for you to get into tech, you believe that there's nothing that is going to stop you from getting into tech, type I believe or use the muscle emoji. Use the muscle emoji or type I believe in the chat. If you don't want to type I believe, use the muscle energy. Let's go. Use the muscle emoji. Fantastic. Fantastic. So it starts from the mind. And it's one of those things that we are really going to deal with tonight. The mind. The mind. Getting into tech or getting anything done at all starts with the mind. So let's go. And getting people into tech is what we focus on here at Nebiant Analytics. All right. We are not just another ed tech company. All right. We are a movement. We are in the industry to attend to a need that has not been attended to for a long time. All right. We see a lot of institutions organize training. There's a lot of training, there's a lot of knowledge sharing. But as Africans, and you guys are going to tell me whether you agree with me or not, as Africans, we are not really interested in learning for the knowledge. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Anything we want to learn as an African, we are not really primarily interested in that thing because of the knowledge alone. We want to use the knowledge of that thing to advance our life. Guys, do you agree with me? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with me. But you can also give me a thumbs down if you disagree with me. Maybe you're just somebody who is passionate about knowledge. You just love to learn. You don't believe in making money. Yours is just to learn. You can give me a thumbs down. But if you believe that learning or knowledge is towards a goal and that is to advance your life, you can give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. So I see a lot of thumbs up, right? So that means a lot of people agree with me that learning or trying to learn a new skill is primarily for the purpose of advancing our life. And this was the gap that we noticed. We see a lot of people training people, but not enough people are being positioned to be able to land jobs. And we thought to ourselves, why is this so? And we discovered that the reason why a lot of people learn but are unable to use that knowledge to land jobs is because they don't have access to a premium tech training, a total tech training. And when I say premium tech training, don't worry, I will explain what I mean. For a training program to be premium, it has to fulfill all the ambitions of the person trying to get that training. And we've established as an African that our primary ambition to learn is number one, we want to gain the knowledge, build a skill, and then what is the other major reason, guys? You can leave that in the chat. What is the other major reason why we are trying to get into tech? I don't want to tell you, so you tell me. What is the other major reason why we are trying to get into tech? Fantastic, Ezekiel. Ezekiel says to make money, joy to make money. But then to make money is very broad. We can say to land a job, right? So we then decided we are going to take on this very difficult task of providing a complete premium tech training to Africans. And we've been doing that for the past 2 years. And in just under 2 years, we have been able to help over 100 Africans make the switch into tech. All right. So through our premium tech training packages, hundreds of Africans have been able to break into data analytics, data science, and business analysis. All right. And we are also inviting you, if you are looking to get started, let's see how you can do that, and then we'll also see how we can support your journey. So guys, don't forget, as we get into the session, the attendance form is being shared in the chat. Just fill it out and you'll be getting access to my recording and then my slides. Guys, are we good to go? Give me a thumbs up if we are good to go. Apologies, I'll be asking for a lot of thumbs up tonight. All right, so you're going to forgive me. And the reason why I'm asking for thumbs up intermittently is to be sure that I'm not speaking to myself, that I am carrying you along. You are the most important piece tonight. You are the most important person tonight. So if I'm speaking and you are not getting anything, it's pointless. All right. So that's why I'll be asking you, all right, to give me a thumbs up so that I'm sure that we are together. So let's look at our roadmap for tonight. The first thing we are going to look at is how other Africans have been able to transition from non-tech background to tech role. So let's see what other people are doing. Maybe there's something we can learn from that. Guys, does that make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense to you. Right? If that makes sense to you, please give me a thumbs up. Right? Fantastic. So we're going to start by taking a look at how other Africans have been able to make the switch from non-tech backgrounds to getting tech jobs. Right? And once we are done with that, we'll then look at how you can also do the same. It's not enough for you to know how other people have been able to make the switch. I think you would be more interested to know how you can apply those knowledge to follow in their footsteps to land a job. All right. And then once we are done with that, I have a special announcement for you at the end of the session that will help you get your journey started. And then we'll have some Q&A. You get to ask me questions, any question whatsoever. Trust me, no question is stupid. No question is disallowed. All right? No question is stupid. You can ask me anything. So you want to stick around to the end of the session. Guys, are we good to go? Type "let's go" in the chat if we are ready. Type "let's go" in the chat. Type "let's go" in the chat if we are ready. So for people that cannot see my screen, it's probably your network. All right, I'm using two screens. So from my end, I can see that my screen is sharing. All right, and I also prepared a solid network to drive this session because I know that we are inviting really special people and I didn't want to mess that up. So what you can do, all right, if you cannot see my screen, what you can do is you can leave the call, immediately rejoin. That has proven over time to fix the issue. All right. So leave the call and then rejoin immediately. That can help. All right. So guys, let's go. So let's see others who have transitioned successfully into tech. I'm going to share a story of about 2 to 3 people. Let's see what they did. Let's see how their journey panned out and the lessons we can learn from that. Now, this is Esther. Guys, how many of you can see Esther's picture? How many of you can see Esther? I want to be sure that you are able to put a name or a face to the name. I want to be sure that you can put a face to the name. All right. Fantastic, Samuel. Now, this is Esther. Esther is a nurse by training. So what that means is Esther went to the School of Nursing and then she graduated sometime last year. And Esther was very excited. You know, as a recent graduate, she wanted to start her journey in nursing, But then Esther was dealt with a lot of frustration. As a nurse in Nigeria, the kind of life she was exposed to isn't the kind of life that she wanted for herself. And I'm sure people that have nursing experience know what I'm talking about, not just financially. I'm also talking about job satisfaction, you know, all of those factors. But then Esther decided, you know what? It's time for me to do more, right? It's time for me to do more for myself. Esther wasn't satisfied. She wanted more. And Esther has been hearing of tech, tech. And at this point, it dawned on Esther that maybe it was time to really look into this tech thing that people have been talking about. So she decided, you know what, let me pursue a career in tech. And then she went in search of a program that can equip her to get started in tech. And luckily for her, Esther discovered Nebient Analytics. And then she was in a session like this, the same way you are in this session. Esther joined one of these kind of sessions where we talked about the opportunities that exist for her in the tech space. And it sounded interesting to her. It sounded like what she wanted. All right. It sounded like what she wanted. And then she signed up for our data analytics program in February this year. In February this year. Guys, do you want to guess what Esther is currently doing now? From a nursing graduate who wanted more. Do you want to guess right now? Esther joined our program in February. She completed our program, I think, in May. Guys, who wants to take a wild guess what Esther is doing now? Who wants to take a wild guess? What job is Esther doing right now? Who wants to just take a wild guess? Don't worry, you are permitted to take any guess. You are permitted to take any guess. Fantastic. So you guys are actually great guessers, if I can call you that. Fast forward to 3 months later. Fast forward to 3 months later, after Esther started her program, 3 months later, Esther was able to land her first job in tech. Now, Esther works as a monitoring and evaluation analyst in Prawa, Nigeria. Now, guys, let's hold up a bit. But I thought Esther signed up for a data analytics training program. How come she is working not as a data analytics professional, but a monitoring and evaluation analyst? What is monitoring and evaluation analyst, and what has it got to do with data analytics? Now, these are some of the things that you are going to learn as we proceed. Sometimes job titles may not really be what you're expecting. You don't want to limit yourself because you saw a job opening that does not particularly carry data analysts. This job, the monitoring and evaluation analyst job, is a data analyst job that isn't called data analyst. So we see a lot of that in the industry. Companies are going to have specific names that they give to specific titles to align closely to what they want to use that role to achieve. So what does Esther do currently? Esther uses data to drive business decisions, but more particularly to monitor and evaluate business processes using data. And if you know what data analysis is, you will discover that that is exactly what we do in data analysis. Esther would have, seen that role and ignored it. No, this is not a data analyst job. But because she had a mentor in the team, all right? When you get onboarded to Nebient Analytics, you are not just a learner, you are not just getting teachers, you are also getting mentors that will guide you. All right. So Esther was able to land a monitoring and evaluation analyst role working at Prawa, Nigeria. Now, this Esther was able to achieve because she decided that it was time to pursue better. Guys, you can see that with Esther's story, it started from what? It started from an hunger to do better, to do more. A lot of us are where we are currently at because we are not tired yet. Or maybe we are tired, we are not tired enough. And that zone is what the Englishman calls the comfort zone. So that means the distance between where you are and where you want to be only takes you lifting your leg outside your comfort zone and deciding to pursue more. The instant you desire to pursue more, you see opportunities begin to align for you. And this was exactly what Esther was able to achieve by desiring to pursue more. You will see a recurring theme as we progress in this session. It always starts from the mindset. It always starts from the mind. What do you want to be? Where do you want to be? Are you comfortable with where you are currently at? If no is your answer, then the next thing you want to do is to pursue that thing that you want to achieve. Esther did that, and currently Esther can proudly call herself a tech 6. Now, not just Esther, all right? Not just Esther. This is Oluwaseun. Guys, this is Oluwaseun. Be- Before joining our training program, Oluwaseun worked as a risk officer at a microfinance bank. How many of us works or have worked in a microfinance bank before? Give me a thumbs up if you currently work or you have worked in a microfinance bank before. Just give me a thumbs up. Fantastic, Adeni. How is the experience? Is it a very beautiful experience, financial wise, career wise? Give me a thumbs up if it is yes. Give me a thumbs down if it is no. How is the experience? Financial wise, you are earning the kind of money you want to earn. You are well off with the salary you get paid in the microfinance bank. Okay, so I guess that was the same experience that Oluwaseun had. So he worked at a microfinance bank as a risk and collections officer. But then Oluwaseun knew that he wanted more. All right. And in the pursuit of more, Oluwaseun joined our business analysis training program in August. That was last year, not this year. August last year. And Oluwaseun went through our rigorous training, and then he began to apply everything that we taught in the program, everything, including working on real world projects. And you will see how all of that pan out as we progress in the session. But just know that it starts with taking a decision to do better and be better. All of these people consistently, it started with a decision where they tell themselves, you know what, it is time for me to get out of this comfort zone and pursue that dream of getting into tech. So Oluwaseun joined our business analysis program, and fast forward to now, Oluwaseun has since then worked on several contract business analysis gigs, and currently he works as a business analyst for a company called Your Innovations Plug. From working as a microfinance risk officer to working as a business analyst, earning in six figures. Guys, tell me, where did it start from? Where did it start from? What did it happen magically, or was it a miracle? Where did it start from? Oluwaseun's story, Esther's success story. Where did it all start from? I want you to help me in the chat. Tell me where it started from in the chat. Olufem says from decision making. I quite agree with you, but that's still a bit broad. What kind of decision? What kind of decision did they make? Their mindset. It started from the mindset. Because trust me, if they had not believed that it was possible to get into tech, they probably wouldn't have made that move to get out from their comfort zone. I love what Aminu says. Aminu says taking charge of their lives. Aaron says making up their mind for a change. Guys, you don't need any other business class or any other workshop to know the first thing that you need to do if you want to do better. Where does it start from? Without attending any other workshop, any other webinar, any other thing, if somebody asks you today, in a bid to change your life, where do you need to start from? What will be your answer? Where do you need to start from? Tell me, where do you think you need to start from? It is, as much as I would have loved to take credit, Samuel, as much as I would have loved to take credit to say from this webinar, it is not true. It is not really from this webinar. Although this webinar is going to help, that is why we set it up. But it's primarily going to start from your mind. All right? It's going to start from your mind. If you don't believe it is possible, you will not make the move. Every baby that stood up to walk, something shifted in their mind first. All right? Something shifted in their mind. And this is the recurring thing with all of these people. All right? Let me share the story of one more person and then we progress. And you might be asking me, why am I sharing these people's story? I'm sharing these people's story for two reasons. Number one, to show you what is possible. Number one, to show you what is possible. And number two, to show you what you can learn from other people. Guys, are we together? Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, please give me a thumbs up. But if I'm wasting your time, if I'm not making sense, please give me a thumbs down. Please give me a thumbs down if I'm not making sense. If I'm making sense, please give me a thumbs up. All right, thank you very much. So you all think I'm making sense. So let's look at the story of this last person for now. All right, let's see the story of Lebura. Lebura was a mathematics teacher. All right, Lebura worked as a mathematics teacher in a secondary school. All right, but then Lebura knew that you cannot keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. How many of you have heard of that phrase before? Is it a phrase now? I'm not sure if it's a phrase or a saying. You cannot keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. That was the light bulb moment that Lebura had, right? And she decided, you know what? It's time to pursue tech, especially to work for remote companies, to work in remote roles for global firms. That was Lebura's mindset. Lebura wanted to work for international clients. She wanted to stop being a school teacher. She wanted to work for international clients from the comfort of her home. And in a bid to do that, Lebura joined our data analytics program in 2024 August. All right, in August 2024. All right, and then 3 weeks after she joined the program, when I share this story, even me myself, somehow I still find it very hard to believe because Lebura's story is hard to believe. 3 weeks, all right, 3 weeks after Lebura joined the training, she worked on a project in class and then she posted that project on LinkedIn. How many of you know LinkedIn? If you know LinkedIn, give me a thumbs up. If you have heard of LinkedIn before, or you use LinkedIn, or you just know LinkedIn for some weird reason or for some normal reasons, please give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. So Lebura worked on that project and then she posted that project on LinkedIn. She wrote a bit of caption, and guys, guess what? A recruiter looking for a data analyst saw that project, saw that post that Lebura made, and enjoyed what she wrote and also the project, and seemed like what they were looking for the projects they are trying to work on at the moment. And that was how the recruiter reached out to Lebura via DM on LinkedIn, had a conversation with Lebura. Hi, Lebura, my name is this and that. I saw this project that you posted. It looks fantastic, and we're looking to achieve something like this in our company. Are you available to discuss a role? And guys, that was how somebody who was a mathematics teacher got a data analytics job in just 3 weeks. Now, let me be clear, guys. This is an anomaly. All right. I'm going to be very honest with you. I can come here and say, oh, it's all what we did. It's all fantastic. It's our job. Because as a matter of fact, Lebura was my student. And I would have just taken credit for Lebura's success and be like, oh, it's because I'm the best data analytics tutor in the world. No. Lebura's case was that of listening to instructions, because we tell all our students, when you work on a project, make noise about it. The project you are building is not for your system. It's not for you to keep it in one folder in your system. Let the world know that you are currently learning and that you are building capacity. The plan was not for her to get a job, actually. The plan was for her to gain visibility, so that people will start noticing her, start noticing what she's doing. But from that quest for visibility, Lebura was able to get a job from that. So you see, again, it starts from where? It starts from where, guys? It starts from where? Remind me if you are still following me. It starts from where? Where does it start from? Where does it start from? It starts from the mind. So I would really love to keep sharing a lot of people's story. I would really love to, but we don't have a lot of time. All right, we don't have all the time in the world to keep sharing other people's story. But guys, from these three people's story that I've shared with you, I want you to type in the chat box your major takeaway. What is your key takeaway from everybody's story that I've shared so far? And then we'll progress. What is your key takeaway from everything that we've talked about, from Esther's story to Oluwaseun's story to Lebura's story? If somebody asks you tonight, what is your key takeaway from all of these people's story? What would you say? What is your key takeaway? Consistency and setting up your mind. Perseverance. I like that. Everything starts with the mindset. They were all ready for a change and they took a chance. Fantastic. I'm responsible. Aminu, are you a philosopher? I feel like handing over this class to Aminu. I feel like, and this is me being very honest, I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like leaving this call and having Aminu just take over the call. He has given me the second banger tonight. He says, I am responsible for how my life turns out. Guys, please, I know everybody has given, fantastic feedback. Can we just clap for Aminu? Can we celebrate Aminu? It resonates with me a lot. What Aminu said resonates with me a lot. I am responsible for how my life pans out, for how my life turns out. And that is exactly the reality of these people. They needed a change. They didn't just sit down in hoping a change will just come and meet them in their houses. They decided, you know what, it's time for me to pursue more. They did that and they were able to get the results. So, guys, let's talk about the key takeaway from all of this. All right. So, the same way these people were able to land tech jobs, they started from somewhere. right? They started from somewhere. So I want to ask you, or maybe this is the question you are asking me, because we've talked about so many people. Now it's time to talk about you. Where does your journey to landing a tech job start? And you all have correctly mentioned it. It all starts with the right mindset and the right guidance. So if you're looking to start your journey in tech, you only need two things primarily for a start. If you want to start, you need to start with two things. Number one, the right mindset, and number two, the right guidance. And if you're ready to start your journey, having known this, you must be ready to step out from your comfort zone. In fact, I don't like to call it the comfort zone. I like to call it the mediocre zone. All right. Anything comfortable, I might be too strict. All right. I don't know. Maybe I am too strict, but anything that is too comfortable, anything that is too easy cannot be excellent. I don't know who agrees with me, but this is just my personal opinion. If what you are doing is just too easy, you don't need to wake up from your bed. You can just be sleeping and just be lackadaisical. It cannot achieve great success. So the first thing you need to do once you've achieved the right mindset and the right guidance, you need to be ready to step out from your comfort zone, or what Ayobami will call the mediocre zone. Then, number two, you need to be ready to show up for yourself and put in the work. Nobody is coming to save you. And like Aminu pointed out, you are responsible for how your life turns out. So if you want your life to turn out for the better, you have to be ready to show up for yourself every day and put in the work. Guys, are we together? Are you following me, guys? Are you still following me? Hope I have not lost you. Hope I have not lost you. Fantastic. So you need to be ready to show up for yourself and put in the work. And the last point also aligns with what Aminu has said so far. Approach self-development like your life depends on it. I'll take that again because it's very, very, it's very, very, I don't know the word, it's very powerful. And if you can get this last point, you are on your way to achieving success. Approach self-development like your life depends on it. Why? Because truly it does. If we look at it from a very objective angle, your life depends on it. If you're going to be broke in the next 5 years, it's going to be because of decisions you are making today. And if you are going to be financially independent in the next 2 to 3 years, it's also going to be because of the decisions you're making today. So your future life depends on your current actions. Guys, are we together? Are we together? Are we together, guys? So this is what you need to start your journey. And I would like to wrap this up by telling you that nobody is coming to save you except Nebiant Analytics. All right. I know you didn't see that coming. I know you didn't see that coming, but we have noticed now, and I'm going to explain to you what I mean. All right. I'm going to explain to you what I mean. Right now, we've seen a lot of people trying to get into tech, and they keep facing the same challenge. They don't know what to do. People just tell them, learn a skill, go and learn Python, go and learn Excel, go and learn Power BI, go and learn this, go and learn that. So once I'm done learning, what next? Because I'm not just interested in learning. I'm not just interested in learning. I want to land a job. So after I am done learning, so what next? That is where people get stranded. You then have a lot of people who have skills, knowledge, but still broke. And that is where Nebbiant analytics come in. We have identified this problem and we have crafted the solution to that problem. I'm still going to talk about that, but guys, let us proceed. So we've seen that it starts with the right mindset, right? So, guys, once you have made once you've made terms with the fact that your mindset needs to change first, guys, on this call, if you have seen, you agree with me, and maybe for some reason your mindset is beginning to shift, give me a thumbs up. If your mindset is beginning to shift, I hope I'm beginning to achieve my aim gradually, because I have an objective tonight. My objective is not to come here and tell you, don't worry, just relax. Your life is good. You just need to do some extra little. No, I'm here to shift your mindset. All right. Now, once you have agreed to changing your mind, approaching self-development like your life depends on it, you then need to follow a strategic framework. All right. You need to follow a strategic framework to be able to land a high paying tech job. And we have crafted this framework that we apply to every of our students. All right. So every student of ours that passes through us must go through this framework if they must land a high paying tech job. So you see Lebura, you see Olua Shell, you see Esther, all those people that have shared their story with you, they applied this framework and they landed a job. So you're trying to get into data, right? Let's see the framework you need to apply to change your life. And guys, for those just joining us, don't worry, you have missed, but you have not missed, because the session is being recorded. Even though you have missed a lot, guys, do you want to tell them they've missed? Do you want to tell them, people that are just joining, you want to tell them that they've missed? But don't worry. I know you have missed a lot, but everything I've said so far, everything we've discussed in this class, including the banger that someone called Aminu has been giving us back to back, everything is recorded. You will get the recording at the end of the session. Don't worry. But make sure you fill out the attendance form. Also, the slides. I will be sharing the slides with you. Make sure you check the in-call messages. My colleague is leaving a gift for you in the in-call messages. It is where you will get the link to the attendance form. Fill it out, and then we'll be sending you the the slides, and then the recording of the session. So, guys, we've dealt with the mind. We've dealt with the mind. We know and acknowledge that the minds need to change first. And we have dealt with that. And once we have dealt with that, you then need to give yourself wholly to the Nebbiant three-step framework to landing a high-paying job. So all of us now, our mindset have shifted. So now we are ready. Are we ready? Are you sure your mindset have shifted? You are now approaching self-development like your life depends on it. You are no longer like a desico. You're no longer a mediocre. You now see the need to get up and start putting in the work. Fantastic. So now that we are all ready, let me show you the simple framework you need to follow. This is the simple framework. The step one is you need to learn a high in-demand data skill. Since we're all trying to get into data, focus on in-demand data skills. And there are three that we have identified. Number one is data analytics. Number two is data science. And number three is business analysis. Give me a thumbs up if you got the three fields that I just outlined. Fantastic. Now, how so? You might be asking me, how did I come about this list? How did I know that they are the most highly in-demand tech skill? You will think that I'm the one that created the fields. No. All right? No. All right? How I knew that these are the high in-demand tech skill was that I looked at a report that was published by the World Economic Forum. If you know the World Economic Forum, please give me a thumbs up. You have heard of the World Economic Forum before. Give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. Now, the World Economic Forum is a forum of world thought leaders, all the world thought leaders, um, academias, professors, leaders of Fortune 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 companies, global AI leaders, all the leaders of the world, they come together to form the World Economic Forum. And every year, they do a research called the Future of Jobs Research, and they publish the findings from that research, which they call the Future of Jobs Report. How many of you caught wind of the 2025 Future of Jobs Report? How many of you were able to catch a wind of the 2025 Future of Jobs Report? Thank you very much, Isaac. So Isaac is going to validate whatever I say on this call, and also Victoria. So Victoria and Isaac and maybe also Samuel, they are going to tell us whether what Ayobami will say next is a lie or it's the truth. So because these people have also read this report. Now, guys, they estimated that by 2030, that is from 2025 to 2030, the demand for data analysts, data scientists, data engineers, BI analysts, business analysts, and other big data and database professionals will consistently grow by 30 to 35% from now to 2030. Guys, the people that have read this report, am I saying the truth from the report or I'm just lying? Give me a thumbs up if I'm saying the truth from the report. Give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. So this is where we drew our list from. And to also support this list, we also went online. We went on LinkedIn, Indeed, CV Library, Glassdoor, a lot of these job boards, and we searched for jobs, and we discovered that 95% of jobs, even though they are not even data related jobs, they will still ask you to be data driven. So if they are looking for a finance person, they will say a data driven financial accountant. If they are looking for an HR manager, they will tell you a data driven HR manager. If they are looking for even a bartender, they will tell you a data driven bartender. How many of you have seen that? Or I'm just saying what I like. How many of you have seen what I just said? You've seen it as a trend in current job openings, right? So that backs it up to say that right now, data is where the world is shifting to. And right now is the best time to get into data. And from the Future of Job reports, these are the three high in demand tech skill you want to focus on. So your step one after working on your mind is start by learning, self-development. Give all, Gen Zs will say lock in. So you want to lock in by learning any of these skills: data analytics, data science, or business analysis. That is step one. Are we good? Give me thumbs up. Guys, are we good? For step one, are we still together? For step one, are we still together? So if you're looking to land a job, the first step after working on your mind is learn a high in demand tech skill. All right. Fantastic. Great. Now, why do we also think here at Nebient Analytics, this is what we focus on. Why do we think that data or data skills or data related skills or data career path is truly, like the World Economic Forum have posited, these truly are the skills you want to start looking at? The first reason is because they are easy to learn. And if you've been following me since, when I say easy, I'm not saying you just need to go and sleep, you don't need to put in the work. That is not what I mean by easy. I mean they are relatively easier to learn. It is easier for a layman to relate to them compared to other parts in tech, like software engineering, for instance. You cannot just wake up one day and say you want to become a software engineer. All right. A lot of the things you need to learn will be strange to you. But as a data professional, some of the things you need to learn to be a proficient data professional, you already can relate to it. Guys, I like to say this thing. Everybody in the world is a data analyst. And I'm going to make that bold claim right here tonight. Everybody in the world, you know what? Let me streamline. Everybody on this call right now is already a data analyst. If you agree with me, I'm not going to explain what I mean yet, but let's see who agrees with me. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with me. Give me a thumbs down if you disagree with me. Don't worry, I'll still explain, but I would like to see if you agree with me or not. Everybody on this call right now, including your wife, your husband, your children, your little babies, everybody in the world, we are all data analysts. We are all data professionals. Fantastic. I see some people disagreeing with me. Good. Let me now focus on these people. Have you ever at any point in time, have you ever at any point in time made a decision based on things that have happened in the past? For instance, let me give you a very good scenario. So you wanted to go out, maybe in this period, all right? Maybe in this period, you wanted to go out and you discover that even though it is not raining, something told you that it is likely to rain today. So let me go out with an umbrella. Have you ever been in that situation before? Have you ever been in that situation before? Give me a thumbs up if you have ever been in that situation before. Fantastic. So you can see. Now, you might not know, but actually what happened, what you did was you collected all the data of rainfall, how rain has been falling in the past. Oh, rain fell yesterday. It fell day before yesterday. It fell the day before that. So that means if rain has been falling all these 3 days, it is likely. So you analyze the frequency of rain and use that to make a decision on the likelihood of rain to fall today. And based on that, you made a decision. You know what? I don't want to make bad decision. I don't want to I don't want to be at a disadvantage. So based on the data you analyzed mentally, you decided that you were going to go with an umbrella, and that really is data analysis. In a nutshell, that is data analysis, because a lot of business, they keep track of things that have happened in the past. Oh, I sold this, I record it. I sold that, I record this. I sold this. Every business transactions, they will record it as data. They now need somebody who has the skill to be able to come up with insights that can help the business to not be at a disadvantage, so that they can use that insight to make a decision that will help them, the same way the other person used data analyzed mentally to make a decision that will help them not getting wet under the rain. So that is data analysis in action. That is data in action. So you can see, by the time you begin to learn data analysis, data science, business analysis in class, you'll now be like, oh, so this is data. This is data analysis. It is easier to learn it compared to when somebody is telling you, oh, so I'm going to connect on API and then I'm going to call a function to recursor this. You are lost. What is this guy talking about? Compared to learning something that you have been doing before, but you didn't even know that was what you're doing. So guys, are you sold now that data analysis, data science, or business analysis, anything data is easier to learn compared to other tech career paths? Because everybody can easily relate to data. Everybody can easily relate to data. Fantastic. So you want to focus on data for this reason. Thank you very much, Bamidele. So data science is the prediction part of big data ecosystem. We're going to get into that. Don't worry. Just be patient. We're going to be a little bit patient, all right? We're going to get into that. Another reason why we think that, in agreement with the World Economic Forum, data is what you want to focus on is because it is easier to get a job in data compared to other career paths. Why? Because there are an abundance of opportunities in data compared to other career paths. And this is not just going to be my thoughts. Go online, go to any job board. Every organization now is looking for data professionals. Before you look left, data. Before you look right, data. If you look at the center, data. Everybody is beginning to tap into the advantages that data offer, and because of that, they need a lot of data professionals. In fact, it is estimated, all right, it is estimated that currently every day we generate 2.5 quintillion bytes of data every day. Every day we generate 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. And for you to put that into perspective, that is like 2 times 10 raised to power 18. The amount of bytes of data generated daily. So when you do 2 times 10 multiplied by 18 bytes, 2 times 10 raised to power 10 bytes of data generated every day. You can imagine the size, the enormosity of that kind of data just in one day. Now, picture the amount of data we'll be generating weekly, monthly, yearly. So you see, a lot of data is being generated in the world, and that is why companies need a lot of data professionals that can help them make sense of this data. Guys, are we together? Are we together? Are we still together? Hope you are getting something from the session. So because of this reason, you want to focus on data because you would easily get a job in data compared to other career paths. And the last reason, my favorite reason, I don't know about you. You might be, you might be a philosopher, you might just be somebody that loves knowledge, but I love money. So the reason why I love data is because data has great salary projections. And I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but I love money. The only reason why I want to get into tech, I have 2 reasons why I wanted to get into tech when I got into tech. Number one, I wanted to do something I'm proud of. Imagine calling myself, hi, good morning. My name is Ayobami. Imagine how sweet it was when I was introducing myself earlier. My name is Ayobami. I'm a data analytics consultant. Sounded sweet. Me 3 years ago or 4 years ago, this is how I will introduce myself. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ayobami Yusuf. I am GSS3 class teacher. That was how I would have introduced myself 4 years ago. But look at the way I introduced myself tonight. It made a lot of sense to me, right? And also the second reason is for the money. 4 years ago, I would have just told you, my name is Ayobami, GSS3 teacher. My salary is 45,000 naira. You probably wouldn't even listen to me. What's somebody that is earning 45,000 naira? What does he want to tell us? But right now, I can boldly talk to people because I know that. I mean, I won't be able to tell you my salary, but just know I earn in 7 figures. All right, I earn in 7 figures. So my salary every month has 7 digits to it. So that is what data, that is what tech can do to your life. It also has great salary projections. So these are the reasons why we encourage people to tap into data right now. Abba Fidelis. How can I be earning 7 figures in dollars every month? Abba Fidelis, calm down. Calm down. All right. Calm down. All right. So, guys, let's get right into it. So, a lot of you have been asking, what is the difference between data analytics, data science, and business analysis? So, for those of you that are looking to get into any of these career paths, let's briefly talk about these career paths. We talk mind. I got caught on my own. But actually, it is not possible. It is not possible. So it's not about mindset shift. I think the highest paid. I was watching a documentary some weeks back. the highest paid data consultant in the world, the highest paid data consultant in the world, I think makes about $30,000 every month. 30 to $35,000. $35,000 is five digits. Five digits. $35,000 every month is five digits, right? So that's the highest paying in the world. $35,000 is just five digits. So it's not possible to make seven figures in dollars every month. It is not possible. So even though you caught me on mindset shift, I should have shifted my mindset. I agree with you, but that mindset shift would have been mindset. What is this elastic? It would not be shift. It would be mindset elastic, right? So I know you get. I know you get the gist. Even if I have my own company, I cannot be making. Okay, let's even assume that okay, it's possible. Say 1 million naira, $1 million a month is possible, but I don't make 1 million naira. I make way above that. So the amount that I make is in naira. All right, the amount that I make is in. So let's just get back to what we are talking about. So if you want to learn data analytics, this is what you need to know. First of all, as a data analyst, your job will be to help businesses uncover hidden insights from their data. You see that pile of data that businesses have? Let me show you. In fact, tonight you guys are really what's the word that in Nigerian Gen Z will use? They'll say you guys are gingering me. So you guys are really gingering me. Let me show you your job as a data analyst. How many of you can see my screen? How many of you can see my screen? Fantastic. So most of the time, this is what businesses have. This is what businesses have. This is what businesses have. They just have this pile of data. And guys, looking at this pile of data, can you really make any sense out of what is going on in this business? Is there anything you can conclude? Is there any sense you can make out of this? No. So most businesses have this, but this is not useful to them because they don't even know how much they've made in total or which business unit is giving them the most money. And these are the kind of questions that businesses want to be able to answer from their data. So they need you as a data analyst to transform this data in this state to something like this. Guys, can you see my dashboard? Can you see this dashboard? This is an Excel dashboard. So instantly you can see this raw data has translated into something like this, and instantly a business can make decision. I know that, oh, I made $2,297,000 in sales, but only $286 in profit. And this is my sales history. And you can see seasonality happening to my sales. You can see that. Let me see. I think somebody said something in the chat. Understanding, please, can you repeat the definition? Don't worry, I'll still come back to the definition. And you can see that there's a seasonality effect to my sales. That means my sales have time when they go up and time when they go down. So I'm not consistently making sales consistently over the years. So these are insights that I was able to, okay. So these are insights that you would be able to help businesses generate by learning the tools to transform data from something like this, all right, to something like this, guys. So if we are to leave this to you to answer, which do you prefer? Which do you think is helpful? This raw data or the translated version to a dashboard? Raw data versus dashboard. Put a poll in the chat. Raw versus dashboard. Which one helps you make better decision? Raw data or the dashboard? Raw data or the dashboard? Exactly. So that is your job as a data analyst. You are going to help businesses uncover insights from their data so that they can use that insight to make informed decision. So you are more like an investigator and then a storyteller. Do you understand? Do we understand the job of a data analyst? Do we understand the job of a data analyst? Fantastic. So we can call a data analyst an investigator and a storyteller. Now, what do you need to learn to become a data analyst? You need to learn the fundamentals. This is the way we will teach it at Nebiant Analytics. We will not assume that you know anything about data at all. So we're going to treat you like beginners, even if you have some level of understanding. We're going to teach you like a 5-year-old. So we'll take you through the basics, introduce you to data analytics, and then once you have an understanding of data analysis, we will then teach you all the tools, all the different tools that you need. All right. So, Abraham, it might be your network. So, you want to leave the call and rejoin immediately. All right. That might help. So, tools like Microsoft Excel, the dashboard I just showed you now was built using Microsoft Excel. So, use Microsoft Excel. You learn Microsoft Excel. You will learn SQL. All right. You will learn SQL for database management. You will learn SQL for database management. You will learn Power BI to visualize data. Who is giving me thumbs down? Is there, you can type if you're confused or something, you can just type in the chat. But guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see my screen? Can you hear me? Can you see my screen? All right. Give me 1 second. Let me try to fix my network to make it better for you. Just 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. Let me switch to my second network. All right, guys. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you can hear me now, please give me a thumbs up. All right, fantastic. All right, beautiful. Thank you very much. So, as I was saying, you will learn tools like Microsoft Excel. You will also learn tools like SQL for database management because organizations in this day and age store their large data in databases, and you will need to learn how to access and interact with that data. And SQL is the tool you will need. So you will learn that from start to finish. You'll also learn tools that you can use to visualize your data. And there are 3 tools in the market right now that you can use to visualize your data. You have tools like Power BI, tools like Tableau, and tools like Looker Studio. And I'm sure you are wondering, is one not enough? Somebody cannot see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, if you can see my screen, please give me a thumbs up. You can see my screen. Please give me a thumbs up. All right. So if you cannot see my screen, it might be due to your network. So you might want to, switch your network or leave and rejoin. All right. So as I was saying, you might be asking me, why are we not teaching just one data visualization tool since all of them are used to achieve the same thing? Now, one of the things that we hold dear here at Nebiant Analytics is positioning our students for global opportunities. If we teach you one, let's assume we taught you Power BI and you get to apply to a job, and during the interview they tell you, oh, we are so sorry, we use Tableau here. What will you do? Will you now tell them, oh, I'm so sorry, the training institution where I learned, they only taught us Power BI? No, they are not going to give you the job. So in order to help you maximize all the opportunities you will get, we'll teach you all the 3 in-demand data visualization tools, and then we will teach you how to use AI to improve your productivity as a data analyst. I'm sure you've been hearing a lot of people say AI will take the job of a data analyst, AI will take the job of some people, but we don't agree. We only believe that AI will take the job of people not using AI. So if you don't want AI to take your job, you need to learn how to use AI to do your job better. All right. So we're going to teach you that. So that is everything you need to know about the data analytics field. If I have done justice to that, please give me a thumbs up. If I've done justice to that, please give me a thumbs up. You know your job and the tools that you will need. Fantastic. So let's talk about the data science field. So for a data scientist, your own job will be to help businesses predict future occurrence, to make predictions. And I'll give you an example to drive this point home. How many of you have a Netflix account? If you have a Netflix account, give me a thumbs up. If you have a Netflix account or you've used Netflix before, give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. Have you ever finished watching a movie and Netflix recommends another movie after you are done? And that movie resonates with you, is something that you will like. That movie is something that you will like. Give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. So what they did actually was based on your interest, based on the kind of movie you have been watching before, they are now able to build a predictive model that will predict the kind of movie you will like to watch next. And why they are doing that is so that they keep you engaged on their service. The same thing Spotify does, the same thing YouTube does. In fact, the organization that does it best personally. So when I engage with these tools, I don't engage with the tools as a user. I engage it as a data professional. The recommendation system that I love the most is Instagram's recommendation system. Their prediction is so on point that if you watch one thing now, if you scroll to the next thing, it will likely be something that looks very close to what you just finished watching. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. Exactly. So that is prediction at work. That is prediction at work. And why they are doing that is they have noticed, this guy loves Cristiano Ronaldo content. That's me. If I can scroll 1,000 times, the 1,000 times I'm scrolling, it will be Cristiano Ronaldo content. Because they have this guy, he watched one, Cristiano Ronaldo, he watched another one, Cristiano Ronaldo, he watched the third one, Cristiano Ronaldo. So let's keep giving him Cristiano Ronaldo content. And before I know it, I have spent 1 hour on Instagram. I just jam myself, guys, stop it. Go and read. Have you ever had that moment? That is recommendation at work. All right. And that is the job of a data scientist. They do that leveraging machine learning, algorithms, and a lot of things. Fantastic. So that is what you're going to be doing as a data scientist, to be able to predict for organizations so that they prepare themselves for it. So what are the tools you're going to need to learn to become an effective data scientist? First of all, if you're going to learn the Nebian's way, again, you need to start from the scratch. You need to start from the scratch. We're going to teach you the basics, the fundamentals, introduction to data science. And once we are done grounding you up in the basics, we will then teach you the tools that you need. Tools like Microsoft Excel for predictive analytics. You'd also need to learn how to use SQL because, like I mentioned before, organizations have their data in databases, and you need to be able to interact with the data in databases. In fact, I wish I can shout the answer to that. The answer is an emphatic yes. I work in two foreign organizations. I have not left Nigeria before, right? I work in two international organizations. So it is very, very possible. So let's continue. So you would also need to learn Tableau to visualize your findings. And then your major tool as a data scientist will be Python, because you're going to use Python to write the code for your predictive models, all right, for your predictive models. And then, because you're going to be working on a lot of code, there are concepts like code history versioning, collaboration that aids your efficiency as a data scientist, and a tool that helps you handle that efficiently is GitHub. So you're also going to learn how to, how to, sorry, getting, I wish we could have heard this before, filling out what aspect of the high tech skill we're interested in. It doesn't matter. Forget what you have filled, all right? Forget what you have filled. You get to make your, like Aminu said, you are responsible for what happens in your life. So you can alter your decision as long as it aligns with what you want to do with your life, all right? So Nebient Analytics is not going to dictate how your life will pan out, all right? So you're also going to learn how to use GitHub for version control and collaboration. And again, you would also need to learn AI. All right. So we're going to teach you how to leverage AI. So that is the job of a data scientist and what you would need to learn as a data scientist. Guys, if I've done justice to that, also give me a thumbs up. We are moving close to the end of the session, guys. We are gradually coming to the end of the session. Now, the third one is business analysis. So this is the third high in-demand job that World Economic Forum talked about. And as a business analyst, what will you do? My colleague is going to reshare the attendance form, all right? Daniel, my colleague is going to reshare the attendance form so that you can fill it out to get the recording. So as a business analyst, what your job is a middleman or an interpreter. So as a business analyst, your job is to serve as a middleman. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? So most of the time, businesses usually have technical side and the business side. All right. On the technical side, you make use of technical talents like software engineers, data engineers, BI professionals, all those tech bros and tech Cs. These are the people that businesses use to build the solutions for the business. But then on the business side, you have the owners of the business, the decision makers who are only interested in making money. But these people, for the objective of the business to actually be achieved, the technical people and the business people need to collaborate effectively. But more often than not, these people are unable to understand each other. So while the tech bro is telling the business owner, so for us to be able to drive, engagements by 35% by Q1, we need to connect to the API that will write a Lambda function that we host in the cloud-based system, and we'll use DBT to transform the data. And the business owner is just like, what are you saying? Talk to me in plain language. Because the business owner needs those information to be able to make critical decisions, but they are unable to understand the technical details that these guys are communicating. And also, when the business owner needs to communicate with the technical people for them to do their job, they tell them things like, oh, I want to increase the revenue by 50%. But the technical person doesn't know what that entails in terms of technical deployment. Okay, so what do I need to do in the software that will help us to increase these sales that this businessman is talking about? They don't know because they lack the business acumen required to be able to translate business requirements to actionable goals. They don't have them. So there needs to be somebody in the middle who understands both language. So when the business owner is trying to tell this person that we need to increase engagement or profits by 50%, the middleman understands that, oh, for that to happen, we need to tweak something in the back end. He will then use that language to communicate with the software engineer. All right. And then the software engineer, oh, so this is what I need to do. Fantastic. So the software engineer can now effectively do their job. Also, when the software engineer needs to communicate with the business owner to tell them things that would aid critical decision making, business analysts can understand from the technical point and then communicate from a business language to the business owner. That way, everybody is working effectively and the organization's goals are achieved. Guys, do we understand the job of a business analyst now? So they are sort of like a middle man. All right. They're sort of like a middleman who help both technical teams and business teams to understand each other. All right. So we're going to have Q&A at the end of the session. So what do you need to learn to become a business analyst? You need to understand the basics of business analysis. So the long and short, obviously, I cannot spend just one night to tell you everything you need to learn about business analysis. In fact, our business analyst students take 4 months to go through that journey, and it is impossible to talk about it at length. The summary of the job of a business analyst is they are a middleman who help communicate between technical people, those are the tech people, and business owners. Because if you leave tech people and business people to communicate with each other, they don't both understand their individual languages. All right. So there needs to be somebody who also understands the technical side of things and the business side of things, and then can then communicate effectively. Is that better now? Do we understand better the job of a business analyst? Do we understand better? All right, fantastic. So if you're going to learn business analysis the Nebiant way, you are going to start from the foundation. So we're going to teach you what business analysis is to start with, and then we will teach you the tools to excel as a business analyst. And what does that entail? You will learn Excel again for you to be data driven. You will learn database management using SQL. You will learn Power BI. You also learn Miro. You will learn Jira. You will learn Azure DevOps, Draw.io, and you also learn artificial intelligence. So these are all the different things you need to learn to be able to take up these high in demand tech skills. Guys, are we good? Give me a thumbs up if your mind. Can a data analyst be likened to data mining? So can the job of a data analyst be likened to data mining? Absolutely. Yes. So what you're doing as a data analyst is to mine data for insight. So in a way, you are very correct. So guys, now, of all of these roles, these three career paths that I've outlined, which one aligns best with you? So let's talk about how you can start your journey. So which tech career path will you choose of all these three that I've mentioned? And note them down. Just note it down. So choose one: data analyst, data scientist, or business analyst. Let's go in the chat. Let's go in the chat. So let's see. Yes, a data analyst can do the work of a data scientist if they learn to become a data scientist. A business analyst can be a data scientist if they learn. Remember, you that you're even trying to be that, you don't even know anything, but you learned it and you can be it. So anybody can be anything as long as they are willing to put in the work. Of course, you can choose to, but for you to be able to get a job in the fastest time possible, choose one, focus on one, and then if you feel like in the future you want to transition, why not? I started as a data analyst, but right now I'm trying to transition into another field in data. So it's very possible, but remember, the job is to get a job first. The focus rather is to get a job first. So pick one, focus on it, get a job, and then if you feel like transitioning, then you're good to go. Fantastic. So I see that we have more data analysts in the house. We have more data analysts. We have a few business analysts. We have a few data scientists, but we have more data analysts. Guys, keep it coming. So step one. Who wants to remind me what step one is? in the Nebian's 3-step framework to landing a high-paying job. I want to learn the business analyst, but I'm a student who is yet to graduate and does not have a laptop yet. And do I need to learn how to operate a computer? Don't worry. When we get to the Q&A, we'll trash all of this. We'll trash all of this. So, I mean the framework after working on your mind. Now you are now ready. Your mind has shifted. Now you are ready to start your journey. So what is the first step? What is the first step in landing a high-paying tech job? The first step is to learn. Thank you very much, Shem Samson. You are following me. Thank you very much, Taiwo. Learn the in-demand skills. And we've talked about these skills. So this is exactly the first step that every of our students go through. All right. This is the first step. Now, once you have learned, you have picked one, the second step is position for the job. So this is the second step we take our students through. After they have picked a skill they want to learn and they have learned rigorously, the second step, because learning is not enough. Learning is only 50% down the road. Learning will not get you the job. The second step is you need to be positioned for the job. You need to be positioned for the job. All right. So I'm not going to deny that. You know what? I want to be very open. Chukuma Ifunaya. I'm not going to deny that. Yes, generally, data science is generally more difficult compared to data analysis. But do you know what makes it very interesting here at Nebient Analytics? We have set of instructors that are excellent at their job, such that if you go through the training with the kind of instructors we have, it will seem like one is not difficult than the other, because they are going to teach you like babies. Now, let me give you this information is supposed to be internal, but let me share it with you. Now, we look for 2 criteria when we are selecting our instructors. All right. When we are selecting our instructors, and for your information, our instructors are sourced from all over the country. All right. All over the country, to increase our chances of getting and attracting the best talent. And we look out for 2 major criteria. Number 1 is that you are highly skilled in this discipline. Now, you will think that that is enough. Yes, for other institutions, that might be enough. All you need to do to be able to teach is to be skilled, to know what you are doing, to be good at it. But that is not enough for us. The second criteria that you must meet before you can get a job as an instructor is that you must be able to communicate the most complex concepts. You must be able to teach a 5-year-old the most complex concept, even if you are the best data scientist in the world. But when we have an interview with you and we have a session called live class simulation, so the person will teach us, and we are going to take on the mind of a 5-year-old. If we cannot understand as a 5-year-old, you're not getting the job. All right. So even though generally data science might be more difficult than data analysis, anyone you decide to go for, you are in the best of hands, and they are going to teach you like a 5-year-old, to the point that you understand it, not just cramming it, you understand it conceptually. All right. So be rest assured. So let me take you through the second stage. All right, the second stage in the framework that we take our students through to become employable globally. Number 1, when you get on board here at Nebient Analytics, you see that your CV that you have, first of all, forget about it. All right, first of all, forget about it, because for you to be able to get a job, your CV needs to be in a state that scores highly in the ATS. How many of you know what ATS is? How many of you know what ATS is? Applicant Tracking System. All right. So your CV needs to score highly in the ATS. All right. So we're going to help you craft a compelling CV that scores at least 95% on the ATS. So that's the first thing we'll do to position you globally. Second thing is, if you don't have a LinkedIn account as a Nebian student, you are not a Nebian student. All right. You cannot even call yourself a Nebian student if you don't have a LinkedIn. And not just anyhow LinkedIn. A LinkedIn that when recruiters come across it, they will first of all stop and take a look at it. It's called a compelling LinkedIn. And to get a compelling LinkedIn, you must do what is called LinkedIn profile optimization. So you will go through our LinkedIn profile optimization process to make sure that your LinkedIn is in the best of state. Another thing you will go through, because it is not enough to know, you must be able to showcase what you know. This is what recruiters are looking for. The reason why a lot of people don't have jobs right now is not because they don't know, it's because they don't even have proofs that they know. While other people are demonstrating proof, they are only talking about what they know. But recruiters, trust me, they are not interested in what you know. They are interested in what they can see that you know. And the only way you can do that is by having a portfolio. So, in your first few months, what am I talking about? In your first few weeks of starting your learning journey, you are going to build a portfolio website. So, you're going to learn how to build a website that will serve as your portfolio compulsorily. If you don't want to do it, personally, I am going to sit on your neck, all right? But don't worry, I'm not going to sit on your neck. But of course, it's something that will help your life. So why would you not want to do it? All right. Why would you not want to do it? All right. So don't worry. If you don't know how to create LinkedIn, in the program, we have resources and professionals that will guide you through creating a fully optimized LinkedIn. So you're in the best of hands. You are in the best hands. So just relax, relax. Nebiant Analytics got you covered. So we would also help you set up Upwork. All right. A number of our students have also been getting gigs on Upwork, and Upwork is a freelancing platform. In case you don't want to work for anybody, you just want to work you want to work for yourself, but still working in tech, you can freelance. All right. You don't necessarily have to do 9 to 5. You can freelance. And one of the platforms through which you can freelance is Upwork. And we're going to set up, in fact, we have an in-house professional, somebody who is making crazy money on Upwork. He's going to be the one to guide you through your Upwork journey. All right. So we'll leave you in the hands of that professional. He will build a compelling Upwork profile for you and also guide you on how to make massive money on Upwork. And guess what? Even if you decide to work 9 to 5, you can do your 9 to 5 and still be making some extra cash on the side on Upwork. That is how smart people think. Another thing we're going to give you access to as a student is lifetime mentorship. Not only are you going to learn from technical professionals, you're also going to learn from live mentors, from people who have done what you are trying to do. All right. People who have done what you are trying to do, people who have achieved success in what you are trying to get into. All right. Someone like our CEO, Mohammed Suleiman, he has worked for global companies like Alfa Romeo. For those of you who don't know Alfa Romeo, they are the own makers of these luxury cars. Is it Ferrari now or Bugatti? They are like a branch. They are like a production branch of those luxury car makers. So he has worked as their data analyst. People like that, you get access to them. They guide and mentor you. I personally have worked across Europe. I've worked as a intelligence analyst for a Netherlands-based firm. I work as a data analytics consultant for a UK global trade expansion consulting firm. I work as a Power BI developer for a Denmark-based production-based firm. So you meet people who are doing what you are trying to do, all right? And we have other professionals in the team and outside of the team, external mentors that will bring in to guide you on your journey to make sure that you're on the right path. All right. So that's another thing you get access to. Another thing you'd also get access to is interview preparation. We'll also prepare you for interviews for life. So anytime you have an interview, you can always reach out to us and we will prepare you for the interview for life. All right. For life. For life. So even when you're done with your program, you're done with your training does not mean you're done with Nebiant Analytics. If you still need us for anything, you can always come back to reach out to us. And another thing you also have, another thing our students enjoy, right? In fact, this is like My favorite thing, I wish I was a student of Nebians Analytics when I was starting out, is the fact that we refer them to jobs. All right. We have partner organizations who need people to work with them. All right. And they reach out to us. Oh, do you have somebody who can take up a data analyst job immediately? And obviously, we have people, we cannot go outside, right? We will definitely give those opportunities to our top performing students. So job reference is another thing our students enjoy, and also they enjoy on the job support. So we have referred you for a job, we have prepared you for the interview. You got the job and you are stuck. Does not mean you are stuck for life. You can still reach out to any of us. We have professionals who are working as data professionals. You can reach out to them, they will still help you on the job. We call that service our on the job service. All right. So this is the second step in landing a job in tech. Guys, with step one and step two alone, step one and step two alone, do you think if you have access to this thing, your confidence to get a job, do you think it will not increase? What do you think? Will your confidence in getting a job increase if you have an access to all of these things that I mentioned? But guess what? There's a step three. All right. There is a step three. And what is step three? Step three is you also get to leverage our AI AI backed CV. So we're going to teach you how to leverage AI to match your CV to every job description. Our mantra in Nebiant Analytics is you do not ever. Now, if you're not taking anything away from this session, listen to this particular one for free. I'm giving you this for free. Don't ever apply to two jobs with the same CV. Any job you want to apply to, apply with a different CV. Make sure that the CV you are using to apply to a specific job matches directly with the job description. That process is called CV job matching. So we'll also take you through that program where you learn how to use AI to do CV job matching. All right. And then you begin to apply to different jobs with those different CVs. And then we would also recommend you for jobs. Now, there's a difference between referring to a job and recommending for jobs. Now, let me explain what the two means. Referring to jobs means an organization's outside, they reach out to us. Oh, we need a talent. All right, we need a talent. We need somebody to work with us. We'll say, oh, we have somebody. Yeah, you go and start working for these people. Now, recommendation for job is we are going to speak to other people about you. We're going to tell them that, oh, this person has worked for us. He's a solid talent. He's a solid professional. He can definitely deliver value to your organization. And that increases our students' chances of being called for the job. So that's our job recommendation. And also, to further support our students, we also provide them daily access to exclusive jobs. We by ourselves, we go in search of job opportunities and we share with our students on their WhatsApp group every day. Our WhatsApp groups are always busy, not just with learning content, but also opportunities. It is not enough for you to learn. We always believe no African, well, maybe an exception of really rich people, people that are odogos, but a typical African does not want to learn tech just for the sake of knowledge. A typical African wants to learn tech to get a job and make money. So for us to facilitate that, we go out of our way to also source for exclusive jobs and share it with our students, and then they apply to those jobs, leveraging everything we've taught them. So this is our Nebian three-step framework for landing AI paying tech jobs. So guys, this is what we want to offer you. This is what we've been offering our students, and we want to offer you this as well. This is what all our students have used to get a job. Ugochi has leveraged this to get a job. When I send you this slide, you can go through the slide and see how Ugochi was able to land a business analyst job at Marais Consulting, still leveraging all of this, still leveraging the framework. A lot of, we can keep talking and talking and talking. We will not leave here tonight because a lot of our students have used this same framework to land a job. This is Grace, all right, and this is Eileen. Grace currently works with Sparkle Nigeria. It's a very popular organization. So I'm guessing a lot of us will know Sparkle Nigeria. If you know Sparkle Nigeria, give me a thumbs up. If you know, okay, fantastic. So Grace, after passing through our program, got a job with Sparkle Nigeria as an application support analyst. This is Ellen. Ellen also worked for Vestitude. I want to believe Vestitude is also popular, but I'm not sure. Have you heard of Vestitude before? Have you heard of Vestitude? If you've heard of Vestitude, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, so maybe they are not so popular. Okay, Bamidele has heard of Vestitude. So Ellen currently works with Vestitude as a marketing data analyst after completing our training in January. So all of these people, they had access to this same framework I'm talking to you about, and they used it to transform their life. So this is exactly what you need if you are looking to land a job. This is Naomi. You can, when I send you this slide, you can click on this link here. All right, I've included a link to listen to Naomi talk about her journey. You can just go through all of that. But the major thing you need to learn from this is a lot of Africans did not wait. They took their life into their own hands and leveraged our three-step framework, and they were able to use it to change their life. All right. And just for you to go through some of our students' portfolio, what they worked on, I've also included a slide that contains some of our students' portfolio, just for you to take a look at and see the kind of projects that you're going to build once you decide, once you decide to join us. All right. You see the kind of projects. You see, it's a lot of work. So, guys, if you are ready at this point of the session, I only want to focus on a set of people. And the set of people I want to focus on now. Now, this part of the session is no longer for everybody. We have talked about changing mindset. We've talked about a lot of things. Now, I want to focus on only few people that are ready to start their tech journey. So if you are that person and you are ready, right now, you are ready to start your journey in tech, leveraging everything we've talked about, you can stay on the call. But if you know maybe this tech thing is not for me, Jare, you can actually leave the call. If you know tech is not for you, you're not interested, you're not ready, maybe this session going forward is not for you. I believe you have learned something at least. But this next part of the session is for people who are ready. So no hard feelings. I just want to focus on people who are ready. So if you are ready to start your journey in tech, we are ready to help you, and we invite you to join our next cohort starting on the 6th of September. So if you are ready to join that cohort, you are ready, give me a thumbs up. If you are interested and ready to join that cohort, so that I know the people I'm focusing on. We are coming to the end of the session. Fantastic. So if you want to join any of our session, it's a 4-month intensive journey. So block out 4 months, but don't worry, it's very flexible. So just know that from 6th of September till the end of the year, you want to lock in. No distractions. Your mind has shifted towards self-development. So for 4 months, it's going to be a ride with Nebient Analytics. For the first 3 months, it's going to be intensive learning. You learn everything I've talked about. If you're learning data analysis, data science, business analysis for 1 month, you're going to learn for 3 months rather, you're going to be intensively learning that. And once you're done with your learning in the 3rd month, we will then bring you on board to our internship program. This is where we get our students to achieve practical knowledge, not just book now, not just even in class, you're learning practical knowledge, you are building solutions, but for the internship period, you are going to be working as a staff, no longer as a student, all right? No longer as a student, right? So that you get a feel of how you actually work as this professional in the workplace. And you can also add that to your CV. So classes hold on Saturdays. Classes hold on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a live instructor in class. It's not just videos you are going to be watching. You're going to have an instructor in class teaching you how to build the different solutions you have to build to become a solid professional. And then to prepare you for that class on Saturday, on Sundays, we will release a set of videos that you can watch from Sunday to Friday night. Those are preparatory videos. We call them DID videos. They are self-paced. You can watch them anytime you like. They are just to prepare you for class on Saturday. And then on Tuesday, you have another session with your instructor. So it's not only on Saturday you are going to be meeting with your instructor. On Tuesday, you would also get into another session with your instructor. And the session on Tuesday is specifically tailored to people that have difficulties. All right, people that have difficulties, you have challenges, you need to speak to your instructor to guide you, to help you. You book a session, you have a session, you don't even need to book. Every Tuesday your teacher will be available to guide you through and help you so that everybody is on the same page. Then on Thursday is when we dedicate for you to meet with your mentors. All right, on Thursdays you meet with your mentors. Every Thursday you meet with your mentor. So you're not learning Power BI, you're not learning Excel, you're not learning Python on Thursdays. You are learning real world practical things that can help you in your journey. I still had a session with some of our students, some of the people I've mentored. I had a session with them on Thursday and it was fireful. So those are the kind of sessions you're going to have with your mentors on Thursday. So on Tuesday, 9 p.m. after you're back from work, just 1 hour. It can even be shorter if you want. It can be longer if you want. But 9 p.m., you get into a session with your facilitator. Then on Thursday, 9 p.m. also, 1 hour or less or more if you want. You get into a session with your mentor. 9 p.m. on Thursday, 9 p.m. on Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. And it's 100% online, all right? But you're going to be in a class. You can see me, you can hear me now, right? Guys, can you hear me? You know you're not watching a recorded video, right? You know you're not watching a recorded video. Exactly. If you have a question, you can ask, you can interact, all of those. So, and you should also know that your sessions are recorded. All your sessions are recorded. Every session in mentorship, the Tuesday session, class on Saturday, everything is recorded. So even if you miss anything, you can still get back to the recording, and then you have access to your mentors, your instructors, and everybody you need access to, so that in case you need to get on an extra call with them, you always have access to them. So that is what the program look like. And for the fee, all right, I'm sure you're wondering, what does the fee look like? In case you're thinking it is now, thank you for asking this question, Lloyd. We have two platforms. I wish I came prepared to show you that, but let me see if I can show you the two platforms that you would use. Give me a second. Let me see if I can quickly show you oh my days. Let me see if I can show you the two platforms. But let me just talk about it. So you are going to use two platforms to learn. One of the platform rather is the Google Classroom. All right. One of the platform is Google Classroom. And Google Classroom is where we are going to keep all your resources. Guys, can you still see my screen? Somebody is saying they cannot see my screen. All right, all right. Thank you for confirming you can see my screen. So in your Google Classroom is where you get all the meeting invites, all your recordings, all your resources, everything you are using in the program. We'll keep it for you in your Google Classroom, and it is yours for life. We don't expect you to cram everything. We don't. It's not even possible. It's 4 months worth of learning. You still need to go back to them once in a while. So you have access to everything from start to finish in your Google Classroom. Is your own for life. Then you'd also use our learner management system, our Nebiant LMS. And on the LMS, you're going to have access to all the preparatory videos and blogs, quizzes, projects, a lot of things. you're going to get access to in the LMS. Oh, fantastic. So you're also going to use Google Classroom here. So for the fee, for any of the program you decide to join, it could be data science, it could be data analytics, it could be business analysis, all of the program, the standard fee. Now, the standard fee, I said standard fee because tonight, if you are listening to me, if you can hear me, you are not paying that standard fee, all right? But the standard fee for every other person, the standard fee for the program is 350,000 naira. 350,000 naira. But if you are on the call right now, if you are on the call right now, forget that I said anything about 350,000 naira. Mind you, 4 months journey, internship, job opportunities, everything I talked about. I mean, I wish I had access to this actually. I actually wish that it was even I had access to something I could pay 500,000 for when I was looking for a job. Because now, even let me do even 1 day salary, or maybe let me not be too weird. Uh, let's say 2 day salary can pay for the program and more, right? So this you need to position yourself to be able to earn better, to do better. But I mean, it probably is not for everybody, and that is totally understood, right? So, but even at that, you are not paying the 350,000 naira. If you are on this call and you can hear me, forget I said anything about 350,000 naira because you are going to get access to the discounted price. There's a discount currently ongoing that you can take advantage of, which will make your payment at 250,000 naira. We are taking a whole 100,000 naira off to ease the burden, all right? To ease the burden. So you can pay 250,000 naira to have access to the course. But to make it even easier on you, all right? To make it even easier on you, you can also take advantage of our 3 month installment plan. So one of the program, all right? One. So you are doing one per time. Now, if you cannot get the entire 250,000 naira, you don't need to stress yourself. You can pay this 250,000 naira in installments. Guys, now do you feel better? Give me a thumbs up if you feel better. I know you earned 350,000 and you thought, oh, that's the end of the world. No, it's not the end of the world. Don't worry. Like I mentioned, Nebians got you. So you can still leverage our installment plan. So what does that look like? To start class with the September course, if you want to start with the September course, all you need to do is to have completed 85,000 naira. All right. All you need to do is to have completed 85,000 naira and you can start class and start enjoying everything in class. All right. And then you have 1 month to complete your second installment, meaning 1 month after you start class, you have that to complete your second installment. And then 1 month after that to complete your third installment. So first installment, 85,000 naira. 1 month after, second installment, 85,000 naira. 1 month after that again, meaning 2 months after your first installment, you then balance up with 80,000 naira. All right, 80,000 naira. So this is the installment plan if you want to take advantage of the discount. So if you are paying, you can just make a direct transfer to the account you can see in your screen. 30. If you can pay everything right now, fantastic. Why not? We would enroll you to the program. But if you cannot, all right, just the first installment is sufficient and you are good to go. Only the first installment is sufficient and you are good to go. But guess what? Guess what? Now, this is the point where I also want to zoom into another special set of people. All right, another special set of people. Marvelous. It is just for one course. You only get to do one course per time. You don't need to Knowledge is not what you need. Empowerment is what you need. You don't need to do 3 programs. You only need to do one, lock in on that, get a job, and if you then decide you want to transition in the future, why not? So, in case you want to take advantage of the discount, all right? Now, I would also like to let you know that the discount is available for you to take advantage of tonight. So if you're on the call and you want to get access, don't forget the standard price is 350,000 naira. But if you want to take advantage of the discount, all right, you have tonight to take advantage of. If the call ends tonight, all right, if the call ends tonight, the discount you have made available to you guys would be off the table, and we then revert to the standard price that every other person that did not join the call will pay. But you are on the call, you don't have 85,000 naira to secure your seat in class, all right? But you still want to have access to the discount. What you can do is to make a minimum of 30,000 naira commitment as part of your first installment, so that we know that, oh, this person wants this discount but cannot fully pay 85,000 naira tonight. So with just 30,000 naira tonight, you have successfully secured the discount. You have successfully secured the discount. Yes, if you're whatever you are learning, regardless of what you are learning, you can actually learn data analytics. It empowers you for more. So if you are securing your discount tonight, you can use 30,000 naira to lock it down. Then before class starts, you only have 55,000 naira to balance up. It makes it easy. Class starts on the 6th of September. Lock down with 30,000 naira tonight to ensure that you don't miss out on the discount. All right. To ensure you don't miss out on the discount. And then when you come back before the 6th of September, you only have 55,000 naira balance to complete, and you are good to go. So, who is securing their discounts? I'm compiling my list. Who is securing their discounts tonight? If you are securing your discount tonight with a minimum of 30,000 naira, give me a thumbs up, or you can type a yes in the chat. Type a yes in the chat. Who is securing their discount right now? So I guide you on the next step. If you're securing your discount, just make a direct transfer to the account you can see on your screen: 3002648016. All right, fantastic. So all you need to do is make a 30,000. If you can do 85,000, that's fine, but you don't necessarily need to. But it would be fine if you want to. But if you don't want to, you only have access to 30,000 naira tonight. That's also fine. It totally depends on you. The ball is in your court. So make a payment to the account you can see on your screen, and then send us a proof of payment right now. Send us a proof of payment. Send us a proof of payment to the number you can see on your screen: 07015647028. Make a direct transfer to the account you can see in your screen, and send us a proof of payment to the WhatsApp number you can see on your screen. Inquiries may be answered. You can also paste the details for people that might want to copy. All right, so I would be waiting for those of us that are making payments so that I can guide you on the next steps and possibly send you the enrollment form that you need to fill out to get enrolled. All right, so you're making payments right now as we speak, so that I know if I am waiting for you or not. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if I am waiting for you or not. All right, so I'm waiting for Ibrahim. All right, I have one person that I'm waiting for. Who else am I waiting for? You're making payments tonight as we speak. Give me a thumbs up. All right, I'm also waiting for Nosa. No problem. Don't worry, I would wait for you. I would like to guide you on the next step. Send you the enrollment form. Send you the enrollment form. All right, so do that right away. And so somebody is saying in the chat, is there another webinar happening this year? So webinar can happen, but guarantee of a discount is what might not happen. All right. So a webinar definitely can still happen this year. All right. If it is webinar you want, why not? A webinar will still happen. But what good will a webinar do in the journey you're trying to get into? All right. What you need is not webinar. What you need is empowerment. Let's not forget the mind needs to shift first. So let's shift our mind. You want to lock in. You want to empower yourself. By the time you empower yourself and you start making money, you have yourself to thank. You won't even remember that, oh, there was one Ayobami one time that spoke to us, and there was one Nebiant instructor that that taught me everything I know. No, you would be enjoying your money, you'll be enjoying your financial freedom, you'll be enjoying the satisfaction that comes within something that matters. All right. So that is what you get to enjoy from empowering yourself. You don't get to have that in a webinar. All right. I would like to make friends related to data science. It would be nice to interact with you during the Nebiant analytics lessons. During the Nebiant analytics lessons, have you signed up for our program? So I'm trying to get what you mean by that. So I'm still waiting for the people that are sending us the proof of payment. All right. I'm still waiting for those that are sending us the proof of payment so that I can guide you. So guys, this is where I let you ask me any question. This is where I let you, I've been trying to answer some of the questions in the chat. All right. I've been trying to answer some of the questions in the chat. All right. So if you want to speak to ask me a question, you can just raise your hand. You can raise your hand, and then I will call you up, and then you can speak. All right. Basi Christiana. Give me a second. Even though for us that don't have 30K right now. So you can what you can, so your faith, I'm sure that you don't want to allow 30K to be what will stop you. All right. Give me a second. I'm trying to set up somebody. I'm trying to allow you guys speak. I can see somebody raise their hand. Nick Emmanuel. Just give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. All right. So Tomiwa, you don't want to allow 30,000. Chidima Okoli registered. So by registered, how do you mean? Do you mean you have paid tonight or you have registered before now? What do you mean? Or did you just pay? Did you just pay rather? Did you just pay rather? You paid just now. Have you sent your proof of payment? Have you sent your proof of payment to the WhatsApp number on the screen? I'm trying to allow you guys to speak. So the 85K is because you are taking advantage of the discount. And for that to happen, if you are getting the discount, it means that you must have secured the discount tonight. And to secure the discount, you only need a minimum of 30,000 naira. All right. You need to have secured with a minimum of 30,000 naira. All right. So let's get back to the people that raised their hand. Um, the first person was Kenneth. Kenneth, please go ahead. Kenneth, I can see your hand. Kenneth, please go ahead with your question. Please, if I don't call your name, please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Please mute your mic if I don't call your name. So Kenneth is not speaking. There is a iStore. What's this name now? Evans. Please, Evans, mute your mic. Thank you very much, Evans. All right. So, who else has a question for me? If you have a question for me, please. Okay, evidence sense. Congratulations, um, Ekene. Please, what the number to send the receipt to is on the screen 070, but don't worry, I'll type it out. 07015647028. 7028 07015647028. Thank you very much, Ekene. So Nusa, that's the number to send the proof of payment to. All right. So I'm waiting also for, there's one more person that I'm waiting for, and that is, I think, all right, Ayeni Tomiwa. Please go ahead with your question. Please go ahead with your question. Do you want to speak or you want to type it out? Which one do you prefer? Do you want to speak or type it out? All right, Ibrahim Babatunde, I'm waiting for you. Actually, you're the one I'm waiting for. This session, I want to end this session in the next 3 to 5 minutes. All right, so I'm also waiting for Ibrahim Babatunde. You're trying to unmute. I've allowed you to unmute. All right, I've allowed you to unmute. So I'm sure you should be able to unmute by now. Try to unmute first. Try to unmute. Let's see what happens. But if you're unable to unmute, you can just also type. You can type your question. Is there no way the leverage be open till end of the month so that salary earners can at least key into it? You are interested in the program. Again, the program is available actually. The program is available at the standard fee. So this the program is always open and available to you. You can always pay 350,000 naira. And if you want us to allow you to pay that 350,000 in installments, maybe you want to pay 100,000, 100,000 and 150,000, we can also allow that. So it's very available to the end of the month. In fact, your first installment can be 100,000, your second installment can be maybe 150,000, and then your third installment will be 100,000. Very possible. But if you want to take advantage of the discount, all right, we're only making it available. The actual fee for the program is 350,000 naira. That's what every other person that do not join this webinar would pay, all right? But for you, because you are taking out of your time to join our session, one of the ways to incentivize you to help and support your journey in tech is to provide you with this discount, all right? So we need to be sure that we give the right people the discount. Imagine the discount has ended and somebody now came tomorrow that did not join the session and say, oh, I want to pay at the discounted price. It's not fair on you that spent more than 2 hours on the call to be able to pay the same thing with the person, right? So the only way we are sure that the people we are giving the discount are the people who took their time to stay on the call is that those people take advantage of the discount tonight. And you don't need to pay the entire thing. You don't need to pay the entire thing. You only need to commit with 30,000 naira tonight. All right. If you want it bad enough, I am very sure you'd find a way to be able to secure the discount. But then again, it is also not a problem. You can still get into the program even after tonight. All right. You can still get into the program even after tonight. All right. So Nosa has sent a receipt. Ibrahim has sent his receipt. Also, Ekene has also sent his or her receipt. I'm seeing two people on Ekene's profile. So I'm going to assume, I'm just going to say Ekene has sent their receipt. So congratulations, guys. You're going to be receiving enrollment form to enroll for the program. All right. So who else is securing their discount? Who else am I? Okay. All right. Ekene has also sent a receipt. Thank you very much for the clarification. So I want to support more people, right? I want to support more people. Who else? I don't want to end this call and then all of a sudden you want to secure your discount. You might not be able to do that. So, who else? Who else wants to secure their discount tonight? All right, tonight. Maybe a little minute outside. Okay, also, Ahmed has also shared his receipt. So you can see people are taking up the slots, guys. You don't want to come back to a session like this, and we are now sharing the story of Ekene, the story of Ahmed, the story of Babatunde, the story of um, all these people. And you remember that we were in a session together like this. Oh, so they've landed a job. It will be very painful, right? You don't want to do that to yourself. You don't want to do that to yourself. So make sure that you think about your decisions very well. Is 30,000 naira worth losing out on an opportunity of a lifetime for? You really want to ask yourself that question. This thing has the potential to literally change my life. Do I want to miss out on this because of a 30,000 naira decision that I could have made? If your answer is yes, that is also fine. But if your answer is no, I would like you to rethink that. All right. So, Lionel, can me still be open till midnight? You need time to get the 30K. So, I have seen this message a lot of times. In fact, I'm too familiar with this message that anytime I see a message like this, what comes to my mind is this person will likely not honor that, because I can decide to still make it open, because I would be compiling I will be presenting my final list to my team tomorrow morning. What's it called now? Tomorrow morning. Yeah, not tomorrow morning, actually, tomorrow afternoon. I will be presenting that list, but I need to compile the list tonight. All right, I'll be sharing the list with the person that will take it up and effect the enrollments by
Since
tomorrow afternoon. So I can decide to leave the slot open. All right, congratulations. Congratulations, Isaiah. But most of the time, people that tell me this, they eventually don't honor that, and I end up wasting my time. So, how how are you different, Lionel? Tell me, how are you different? How am I sure that I stay up for you, I don't sleep before midnight, and you still the text is for my fellow students. Oh, you send the receipt to the number you can see on your screen, 07015647028. 07015647028. Exactly, Tomiwa. All right. 07015647028. So, Tobore, that's where you send the receipt to. Um, Isaiah, have you sent the receipt? Have you sent the receipt? Your proof of payment. I just want to be sure that you have sent the proof of payment so that you get the enrollment form. Have you sent your receipt? So I'm still waiting for your response, Lionel. If you can, all right, fantastic. If you can guarantee me that I will not end up wasting my time, I can think of something to do for you, Lionel. So tell me how you are different, and then we can have a conversation. All right. So somebody has their hand raised, but the person has dropped it again. The person has dropped it. So I'm just going to assume that that was a mistake. All right, so you can see people taking advantage, all right? You can see people taking advantage of the opportunity. You don't want to miss out. This is 10:15. Logically or normally, I should have ended this session, but I want to make sure that I'm supporting as much people that I can, so that I don't be the reason why you're unable to take advantage of the discount. Olayinka, you just joined. We've covered a lot, but don't worry. Um, Once you fill out the attendance form, you'll be getting the recording of the session. So I want to ask one final question before I end this session. I'm about to close this session. So it's not a guarantee on your part. All right. Fantastic. So this is what I want you to do. All right. Let me leave my number with you, Lionel. Let me leave my number with you. That is my number. 07065782532. 07065782532. Send me a DM. Send me a DM and we can take it off from there. Now, one final question. Enquires Nabians, you might want to be proactive to send the feedback form to the attendance form so that people can fill out the attendance form. So this means after paying 30K for this session, the next session we are paying 55K to sum up for the 85K. Absolutely matter. You are 100% correct, but let me say 90% correct, because it is not, you're not paying for this session. No, you are not paying for this session. This session is free. All right, this session is free, but for the program, for our training program, is what you're paying for. All right, but this session is for you to use to secure your discount. So once you pay 30,000 naira to secure your discount for the program, you only have 55,000 naira to pay to complete your first installment. All right, you can see on my screen your first installment is 85,000 naira. So you pay 30,000 naira tonight, you secure your discount, and then you only have 55,000 naira left to pay for you to start class on the 6th of September. Then 1 month after, balance, make the second installment, and the second month make the third installment. Is it clearer now, Martha? Is it clearer? Martha, give me a thumbs up if it is clearer now, if you understand it better now. If you understand it better now. Give me a thumbs up, Martha, if you understand it better now. All right, fantastic, fantastic. All right, so guys, I would be ending the session if there are no more people needing support. I would be ending the session right about now if there are people not needing. I wish I could start for real. I have a laptop and I'm using an iPhone 7. So the advert right now is just me, myself, and God. Is it possible for me to join later in life when I have the money, or is there any way you can assist me so that I can begin now, or when does this come to an end? You can definitely begin before the 6th of October, all right? Sorry, 6th of September. You can definitely begin. The only difference between what we are doing right now is the fact that people get to take advantage of discount. So instead of paying 350,000 naira, people that secure their discount will not be paying 350,000 naira. They would only be paying 250,000 naira, and they also have the opportunity to pay that in installment. So if you don't have it now, you have from now to the 6th of September to look for 350,000 naira to pay in installments, all right, to pay in installments. But if you really want to, I mean, 100,000 naira is a whole lot of money. 100,000 can do a lot of things for you. So with just 30,000 naira, you have secured the discount. So I'm going to allow Basi Christiana to unmute and speak. And after Basi Christiana's question, we call it a night. So Christiana, please go
Christiana,
ahead. Are
please
you
go
able to
ahead.
unmute?
Are you able to unmute?
So I can't find. Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. So I just wanted to know if there is a WhatsApp group for this section. A WhatsApp group, at least.
All right, you can mute now. Okay, thank you. So, how did you get the invite to this session? I just want to be sure. How did you get the invite to this session? That's to you, Christiana.
Okay.
That's to you, Christiana.
I got it through a friend. I got it through a friend. That's how I got it.
Okay. All right. So fill out the attendance form, all right, and we'll be adding you to our WhatsApp community. All right. So just fill out the attendance form and you're good. Give me a thumbs up. You don't
Give
need
me a
to
thumbs
unmute.
up. You don't need to unmute.
I don't know how where the attendance group is. How am I feeling it? I don't know.
All right. So my colleague will be sharing the attendance form with you right now, and you would see the link. Just give me a thumbs up. You don't need to unmute. I think there's a feedback with your mic. All right, fantastic. So guys, uh now one final thing. Will certificates be given up? Absolutely. Absolutely. Our certificates are globally recognized and our students have been using it to land jobs. All right. Our students have been using it to land jobs. So the answer to that is yes. A resounding yes. You good? Does that answer your question, Ezekiel? All right. Ezekiel, have you secured your discount? Ezekiel, have you secured your discount? Did you secure your discount tonight or you secured your discount before? You can just type not yet. Okay. So are you going to secure your discount tonight? Are you part of the people I will be enrolling tonight? Are you part of the people I would be enrolling tonight or not? While I read Mr. Michael's question, if I'm unable to respond anytime soon, whether before or after the September, does that mean the opportunity is gone forever, or will I be able to join? So I'm taking live. All right, absolutely. I understand. I understand. And the good news is a future cohort might hold. All right, a future cohort might hold. So you want to stay tuned to Nebiant Analytics. All right. So fill out the attendance form. You would be joining our community, and then you get updates. I mean, yes, you are still Mr. Michael, 22 years old or 75 years old. You are still Mr. Michael. All right. Fantastic. All right, guys. So I think this is where we call it a night. All right. This is where we call it a night. Thank you, everyone, for joining the session. I had a nice time. I love to have nice time when I'm driving sessions like this. Uh, so that it doesn't just seem like work. You guys are very energetic, and I love the energy in the house. And congratulations to everybody that have secured their discount. Will there be any sort of certification to be done before securing a job? Nobody has ever hired anybody because of certifications. Although certifications are important, but what gets you the job is the skill. When you get interviewed, nobody's going to ask you, now present your certificate. What the recruiter will ask you is, tell us a time where you have used this tool to solve this kind of problem. Skill is what people are interested in. Certifications are just to validate your skills. All right. So you don't need to do any extra certifications. All right. The certification will give you is enough. In fact, none of our students have secured, okay, a few of our students have secured extra certifications just for just because of their own personal interest, and we help them in that journey. So if you're interested in securing extra certifications, maybe you as a business analyst, you want to secure the CBAP, we would help you. If you want to, as a data analyst, you want to get the PL 300, Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst Associate, we have a fantastic program that would also support you in that regard. You want to do the American Board of Big Data Scientists certifications, we have an amazing program that will help you. So if you need extra certifications for reasons best known to you, we will support you. All right, but that is not a criteria to landing a job or not. All right, Okwemi, does that answer your question? All right, fantastic. So Okwemi, are you signing up or you're letting this pass you by? Are you signing up tonight or not? You can just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down so that we don't waste too much time. You guys have spent quite a lot of time here already. All right, not tonight. Fantastic. All right, so this is where we draw the curtain on the session tonight. Everybody, please remember everything we've talked about tonight. We've talked about the mindset shift. Make sure to remember this and put it to practice. I look forward to who is that person? Chioma. All right, Chioma, quickly please unmute and ask your question. Hi, Chioma, you have the floor. Okay, maybe that was a mistake. I'm going to assume you wanted to give a thumbs up. All right. So good night, everybody.